What's going on YouTube? James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. It's May 26th. I wanted to give you guys an update, show you how things are coming, how the garden's looking. Seasons are changing, things are moving along. It's getting a lot warmer here. We took the greenhouse cold frame completely off. We have it all the way back in there. We're going to put some stuff in there. It's in more shade now, but it's just so warm here now that we don't need the frame anymore. It's just getting hot in there. So now we're just back to the regular garden. Things are blowing up. You can see a barrage right here. It's a little shady down in there. About to send out a bunch of flowers. Really close to start blooming. You can see it right there. It's really close. Wait for that. Some of the nasturtiums started flowering. Some orange ones. Next to a nice big dill. The dill tastes great. Next to a bunch of other things, some spinach in here. You can see this cell and that cell where the mushrooms were, and they like surpassed almost everything. They're doing one of the best now. So they start a little slow because of the mushrooms, but once the mushrooms really made the soil just so fertile for everything else to grow. With the mycorrhiza, and there's another other cell, and a bunch of the broccolis and stuff are getting big. Back there. We've been eating peas. They're coming, snap peas. They're delicious. Getting them all over. Cabbages. Back here. Some of the, sorry if it's windy, some of the marigolds are getting big. This cabbage looks like it's starting to head up. It looks like it's getting eaten a little bit, but it's starting to try to head up. Some of these broccolis are just getting huge back here. Cabbages, I'm waiting for this one to head up. Should be soon. So some of the radishes we have are going to seed. Here's a radish going to seed and flowering. Nice dense polyculture, bunch of different things. Over here too. Strawberry patch is looking great. We haven't eaten strawberries in a couple of days. You can see this one right here. It's almost ready. That's our first. We save the first biggest fruits. We save our first fruits for seed. To dedicate them back to Creator, but we save the first fruits and the biggest ones because those are the ones we're going to start more strawberry plants with, almost like kind of like a genetic selection kind of thing. And here's some of the parsley's doing great. Right here next to some of the carrots and the beans. Peas big over here. Some of our corn is starting to get big. You can see the size of that one as the weather's getting nicer, and we're also starting to get some zucchinis or cucumbers. I'm not sure what the potatoes are, but these ones are getting big too. We're getting more of those. Potatoes are pretty big. The apple tree looks like we might be getting some apples this year, which is awesome. We're excited about that. This is where the greenhouse was. We got a new fig tree. Put that in right in the middle of the garden. It's looking great. Another dense polyculture back here, getting a lot of peas and stuff. We've been eating so much lettuce, we just don't even have enough. We eat it every day with nothing. There's not enough. Now look, great habitat for all different kinds of things. Let me show you something I just spotted. We already got some predator insects. You can see little ladybug working for us. So we got ladybugs working for us now. Ladybugs on our side. You can see here's a huge cabbage or something. Lettuce underneath that. Borage underneath that. Right next to that there's some parsley. It's good too. So strong. A strong flavor. And then once all this stuff is done, it'll be tomatoes turn underneath. She'll come through. You can see her. So all at different timings. And all getting the yield in one spot. All just like pioneering the next one along. This potato patch is getting big over here. A lot of potatoes are getting big. This video might be a little long, but some of the tomatoes are getting big over here. Some carrots, tomatoes, marigold underneath it. More marigolds. This is an heirloom tomato. Another tomato above that. This tomato is looking pretty good. One of our best looking ones so far. Another one behind is looking okay. We planted the Hugelkultur bed, the new one we just put in, on contour, and there's just stuff coming up everywhere. beans, cucumbers, onions, beans. Tomatoes haven't come up yet. We planted a bunch of tomatoes there. Let me show you where we just picked up the greenhouse. We just moved it today. So this is where it was. This is how big everything was getting. It was getting so hot in there that some of the lettuces started trying to bolt, so we had to move it. But some of the tomatoes are doing good in here. That one's doing pretty good. This patch back here is doing pretty good, the tomatoes. These are probably our best ones in the yard. Look at that radish going to seed. This lettuce is going to seed too. Trying to. More stuff back there. The Hugelkultur bed has gone crazy. It's gotten huge. Just loving it. This is some of the lettuce back here. We now got a grape growing right up it. And have it growing up the fence. So some of these cabbages are getting eaten. Some of the lettuces, but it's okay. Marigold poking through with some spinach too. This Hugel bed is basically filled up with just everything, just filling up the space. Looking very full. I mean, you have peas and turnips or root vegetable, I'm not even sure what kind. Onions, carrots. It's like broccoli up here. It's like some kind of lettuce, like a mesclun or something. I don't know. I love them. They taste really good. These beans are doing great in the front up here, all along the front. This Hugelkultur bed is doing great. The other side behind me isn't doing as good because you can see where my dog just runs back and forth because the two dogs meet at the fence. So he's kind of done a number on that. But some of the spinach is coming up back here. Another spot, just underneath this tree, underneath our pear tree that's just full of pears. We're getting this double extra yield down here. Just beans are just starting to climb, poke through. Peas, you know, carrots fighting through, lettuce everywhere. And then as a lot of the lettuce and stuff dies out, some of the tomatoes and stuff will come through in their time. This is one of the giant pumpkins we got growing, so it's our number one so far. So the Hugelkultur bed is really coming along. That's why we did the other one, but on contour now we have the confidence to do it and stuff. So I figured it was a good idea after we had done the smaller one. I'll bring it back to now one of our edge gardens, and then I'll call it a day. But I want to show you the edge garden because I just want to show you how important that edge effect is and how fast things are growing. This is the edge. We planted later than everything else, and it's probably one of the healthiest looking spots in the garden. It gets that happy medium between sun and not sun. Here's beans. There's corn growing in the front of them. There's zucchini and stuff growing, squash growing underneath them. So this is going to be a great little supporting edged garden. We're planning on making more of these. I think this will really do well. Got some parsley in there too. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. We've been eating things. We have too many potatoes. We have so many potatoes. But things are coming along. The garden's starting to take shape. And thanks for following along, guys. Comment and let us know if you have any questions or anything. And we put a couple more tomato patches in. And as those come up and stuff, I'll bring you guys along. So thanks for tuning in, guys. James Prigioni's out.